Welcome to the 201st edition of Make Pro Wrestling with Jessica again. I am Tiger Height.
Oh my God.
And that is Peanut Gallery, who basically is just a potato. We will be covering Forbidden Door and Heat Wave next weekend.
Yes.
Since Forbidden Door is done, but I'm not going to do that.
No, don't torture yourself like that.
No. So, let's talk about some drama. The first one is Chris Jericho and where he will be. And a lot of people are looking at WWE. That is an option.
Yes.
Now, people are already turning on him since he's going to be he's going to be leaving the promised land.
Yep.
But you can't necessarily do that with Chris Jericho because of his absolute influence on AEW as a primetime thing.
Yes.
He was that star.
Right.
That went to AEW. It really went into that. He's essentially Hulk Hogan when Hulk Hogan went to WCW.
Right.
It was like that first big hit. Jericho was the first world champion, and he was slowing down. A lot of people want him in matches. I don't want that. For Jericho, if he's going to come back in any sort of TV capacity, he should be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, because I think he has deserved that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he should be a manager. I think he should be a manager specifically for Josh Briggs. I don't know why, but I see a lot of Lance Cade with Josh Briggs, where good kid, lots of talent, it's all there, just the promos are dog shit. It's like, that's the only thing. And I think Jericho being a mentor to one of the young guys would be a cost benefit. Mm-hmm. This guy cannot wrestle. He just can't.
And even if he does wrestle, it should be special occasion matches.
Right.
It should not be a week in and week out sort of thing.
No. He should not lead a faction as a wrestler. He shouldn't do that bullshit. He should be one-on-one with one person and really sort of helping them out in that way, as being one of the best talkers in the industry's ever seen with Chris Jericho. I made a point that Chris Jericho should not be going back to WWE. I don't think WWE should allow him there at all. But after I sort of weighed it out and thought about it, I think that might be a bit harsh. Because I don't think Chris Jericho necessarily, if they could bring back CM Punk and Cody Rhodes and all of that, I'm sure WWE, if given that Jericho has any sort of value, they would bring him back.
Yeah,
they would be okay with it. So maybe my stance was a little over the top. Swerve Strickland being absolutely atrociously non-existent in the world that we live in.
Right.
He thinks that the television is the best it's ever seen. The product is the best it's ever seen, which is all just so patently untrue. It almost hurts. It hurts my guts on how absolutely untrue that is. It's so untrue. I cannot believe that people will even look at that and say, that's credible. No, it's not. What are you talking about?
Right.
The ratings are in the tank. You guys are desperate on finding anything. Nobody wants to join you. Nobody wants to be there. And if anybody wants to be there because they don't have a better option.
Yep.
And here's another person who's looking at leaving. But guess what? AEW did the thing that they said they would never do with a wrestler.
Put time on their contract.
Put time on their contract because of injury. Does AEW have the right to do that?
Yes.
Yes. We have never disputed that fact, that they have that option. But
from the beginning, they said that they would never do it. And
never.
They are doing it. So
never.
This is what happens when Cody Rhodes leaves.
Exactly. This is what happens when the billionaire toddler throws a temper tantrum that somebody does not want to be there anymore. Now, they were probably worried that Danhausen will go to WWE. I don't see that. I think Danhausen would work better in a smaller venue anyway. He probably would make more money too, to be honest with you.
Right.
And also, I think he's a dad. So it's like, I think and at some point in time, he has to look at that situation too.
I mean, I know that The Rock is interested in him. He is
really?
Yeah, The Rock is the one who's actually interested in him.
In Danhausen.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's what I've heard.
Okay, if they want to do something with Danhausen, see, the issue is that Danhausen is such a unique character.
Well, he is a walking piece of merchandise.
That's true.
He will, if he is plugged into the WWE machine, which I think he should be, he is going to move the merch.
And if Danhausen wants the security of WWE, that's his prerogative. Mm-hmm. But if he wants total autonomy of his character, and I think, given what wrestling is now, he can still move merch. He was doing fine before he joined AEW. So I don't think he'll have a problem. He just has to look at it with the family benefit and him having that power over his character.
Yep.
It's like the best time to be an indie wrestler right now. It really is.
Will Ospreay's still afraid of the grind.
He's afraid of the grind. He's gonna need. He might need neck surgery. Yep. I think has it been guaranteed that he does need neck surgery?
Yeah, I think the surgery date has been scheduled, if I am not mistaken.
People, what else can you say? This guy is working a lot less, and yet he still needs neck surgery. This is the second major neck surgery that he is. He's not gonna see him wrestle when he's 40 at this rate. There's just no way. His style is too brutal. How do you people not see this anymore? Are we just so numb to the crazy shit people do? We need to sort of bring it back because this is getting absurd. A guy his age, he is our age, and he has had 2 major neck surgeries.
Still afraid of the grind, though.
He is absolutely afraid of the grind, and he's a pussy, and he's a really bad person. Will Ospreay, I know who you are as a person, and it's not a good person. You are a bad human. But if you're in AEW, you're just automatically a bad person.
Well, let's not put that overgeneralization. But speaking of bad people,
no, I'm going to put that overgeneralization. If you are in AEW, you are inherently a bad person.
Anyways, speaking of bad people, you knew we were going to bring this up.
I got the video of it.
I saw the video of it. It was brutal.
Yeah. So this is Raja Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson.
Yep.
So here's sort of the situation. This was supposed to happen. Like, he was supposed to attack the indie wrestler and give him some false punches.
Yep.
They trained with him and all of that. But he took liberties and punched this guy into absolute unconsciousness. If I'm not mistaken, I heard that he actually flatlined.
Oh my God.
In the ring. Like, there was a part that he died. So he, to my knowledge, is still alive. He was rushed to the hospital. Jackson was booted off of Kick. So this was actually streamed on Kick.
It was streamed on Kick, yes.
Also, the audio was horrible. Terrible audio.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to subjugate my audience to that.
I wish nothing but brutality for this man.
That was
an absolutely abhorrent thing. I was sickened by it.
Yep. As within wrestling, there has to be a certain level of trust that you are giving your opponent your body to put on the performance.
Yep.
You don't take liberties like this.
No.
Hell, if I was, the other wrestlers were being way too nice. If I was there, I would have beaten the fucking piss out of this asshole.
Oh yeah,
I would have beaten him. I would have kicked him to fucking death too.
Right.
He deserves it. This is so not okay. Rampage, I get that it's your kid and you want to defend him, but how can you?
This isn't indefensible. Is he really out there trying to defend him?
No, he hasn't said anything, to my knowledge. But Rampage...
This kid needs to be put in jail, needs to have the book thrown at him.
This is assault.
Yes.
This is absolutely... Because,
this man who got beat up is going to sue your son, is also going to sue the wrestling company.
Take his ass to the cleaners.
Oh, he's probably also going to sue Kick.
Oh, Kick had nothing to do with it. They didn't know that this was going to happen. But Kick is garbage. If you're streaming on Kick, might as well not even stream it all. That place is a cesspool.
The only reason you would ever stream on Kick is if you're simulcast streaming. Like you're
or if you can't stream literally on anything else. That's the only reason.
But the only acceptable reason to stream on Kick is just have an additional streaming source.
I'd rather stream on Rumble.
I mean, you can stream. I mean, like, so if you streamed on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, you streamed on all four of them at the same time. I
understand that, but this was exclusively on Kick.
Well, of course, because Kick is a cesspool.
But this was through Jackson's personal Kick account. This was not the company.
Oh, okay.
No, this was part of, to my knowledge, I don't know, so you can 100% say that you're wrong. This was through Jackson's personal Kick. This had nothing to do with the company. I think
this was, because it was his personal camera person that was next to him.
Now, the angle was from the company. Mm-hmm. But this was different. Anyway, this happened yesterday. It happened yesterday, right?
I think it either happened yesterday or on Friday.
It was one of those two. Yep. So, disgusting behavior, boo, 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 boo.
Boo, Wendy, boo.
2 thumbs down, double fuck you. That's my review. So, when we come back, we got some news.
Yes.